Welcome, Guardians. We have another This Week at Bungie for February 10th, 2022. A little bit of a shorter video since last week was a major update, and then we had that Void 3.0 stuff from yesterday. But this week at Bungie, we showed off a heck of a lot, including more Void 3.0 goodness. We're also setting some more legendary campaign expectations alongside a special tribute to our heroes. What a week so far, and we still have just a little more time to go before the Witch Queen finally arrives later this month. So soon, 12 days. A lot of new info has dropped this week in an enticing new Vidoc and the breakdown many have been asking for regarding Void 3.0. If you haven't watched this Vidoc, spoiler alert, but you should go watch it. Big moves. Feeling like the rest of us and can't wait to jump right into the next chapter of the Destiny 2 story. We get it. While we would love to, but can't, gift the community with an early drop. There is, I should just drop it this Tuesday. There's an interactive experience available now that centers around Savathun herself and getting to know the enemy up close and personal. Curious, as you should be, feel free to mosey on over to that special experience right here after reading this TWAB, of course. We're bonding. Definitely go do that. It's a quick, 2-minute video on their webpage. Has little hot topics that you can click on and it brings up a little bit more information about it. But diving in all about that Void 3.0, another juicy tidbit that you may have missed is the hefty new blog post that offers a closer look at the revamped Void class, a change that is free for all players and one that just honestly feels really good for showing enemies who is boss. To read the full breakdown, check out our Destiny developer team blog post here, with a few key points broken down in a simpler format below, or just go watch my video from yesterday. The introduction of aspects and fragments. First introduced in Stasis with the Beyond Light expansion, this offers players more options to choose from with how they take to battle. Aspects are class-specific items that players can choose when using their revamped Void abilities, and fragments are non-class-specific perks that are the additional enhancements to how gameplay feels. Cool little Titan image here. Ward of Dawn can now be almost completely instantly activated while also becoming the fastest super cooldown tier for ease of access. This change makes Ward of Dawn even more of a powerful defensive tool. Sentinel Shield will still let Titans harness their inner Captain America, with Roan shields proved range in damage as a shield bash grants a full overshield. Titan aspects include controlled demolition, bastion, and offensive bulwark, all of which can be found in the full blog post. Cool little hunter image here. Hunters will still be the epitome of stealth, but now with even more control over what their enemies see or don't see. Mobius Quiver changes with fire off a volley with 3 arrows that can track targets and make them volatile while untethered. It's going to be interesting to play around with that. Deadfall will see the Void Anchors pull in enemies to a desired location from surface and target impact. Snare Bomb Melee will also do more to weaken opponents, particularly in PvP when it removes an enemy's HUD and obstructs their in-game view. I don't like that idea. Hunter's aspects include Trapper's Ambush, Vanishing Step, and Stylus Executioner. And we have the Warlock image here. I love this little black hole. It's so beautiful. Warlocks float like a warlock, sting like a bee, because Void 3.0 fine-tunes what makes Warlocks so valuable and makes them truly a force to be reckoned with. The Nova Warp Super with the Vortex Super enhancements allow players to teleport effectively to unleash the ultimate Void attack while drawing enemies in and trapping them within a web of damage. Nova Bomb with the Cataclysm enhancement allows for more control when Warlocks are on the hunt for enemies to take out, particularly in PvP instances. And detonations will disperse into smaller tracking projectiles. Interesting. Shoot the Nova Bomb and it'll also detonate early. Void 3.0 Melee with Pocket Singularity unleashes Void that detonates when near foes, making them volatile while controlling the position and relation to the blast zone. Warlock aspects include Chaos Accelerant, Free the Void, and Child of the Old Gods. Every time I read something about Void 3.0 that compares all the classes, I feel like they did this just to show off Warlock stuff, and then they're like, we should probably do something for Titans and Hunters as well. The big question lately is, what about new lights? And that's a good question you asked. New lights, or new players as we refer to them, The Destiny community will be able to earn their first aspects and fragments during the New Light campaign. During the Schism mission, players will acquire a new quest called Learning Light that teaches them more about their subclass abilities. More aspects and fragments can be unlocked by visiting Ikora Ray in the tower. In addition, new characters have also had their starting subclass experience changed. Not only will new Hunters and Titans be starting with Void subclass instead of Solar or Arc, all classes will now start with Void subclasses, abilities intended to be more friendly and appealing to new players. So with the Hunter, you start off super ability with Mobius Quiver, class ability is Marksman Dodge, movement ability, Triple Jump, charge melee is Snare, Bomb, and Void Grenade is Scatter Grenade. Titan, super ability is Sentinel Shield, class ability is Towering Barricade, movement ability is Catapult Lift, charge melee is Shield Throw, Void Grenade is Magnetic Grenade. Warlock, super ability is the Nova Bomb Vortex, class ability is Healing Rift, movement ability Burst Glide, charge melee is Pocket Singularity, and Void Grenade is your Vortex Grenade. There's a lot to look forward to in Void 3.0, and we cannot wait to see what you think once you're front and center in the action yourself. To learn more about Fragments, the full blog post can be found right here to be devoured. See what we did there, haha. Or, go watch my video from yesterday. Now, this is the most important piece here. Legendary campaign. Hello, Max. It really do be like that sometimes. Some Guardians have been asking for more of a challenge, so the team here at Bungie has created the new Legendary campaign mode that will arrive when the Witch Queen drops later this month. From reward drops to how it will differ on a base level, we wanted to dive just a little bit deeper into what this new challenging experience has to offer. To do that, we've listened and got with design lead Matt McConnell, offering some insight into some of the most frequently asked questions about the challenge ahead. What are the main rewards of completing missions at Legendary difficulty? Well, we've got double chest rewards, offering 1 to 3 extra chests per mission. Each chest will give you a world pool gear, XP, upgrade modules, and glimmer. Upgrade modules just from, missions? Hella dope. Legendary players will be able to earn Throne World armor and unlocks at a faster rate. Basically, higher the rank, or higher the risk means higher the reward, especially when getting to the new power level soft cap in the Witch Queen. I just love this image, and I really hope I can find it as a wallpaper. Max is freaking out. Are there any unique rewards for completing the story on Legendary difficulty? Well, completing all missions on Legendary will award players with the following: a new emblem exclusive to those who complete the campaign at Legendary difficulty, a triumph required for the newest title for Throne World, a set of gear 20 above the soft cap at 1520 power level, 8 upgrade modules, why not just make it 10, the new Witch Queen exotic armor that typically is reserved for the PED Lost Sector drops, and then exclusive Bungie rewards more than the feature. What does PED mean? I know you have your Legendary Master, I guess that's what they're called now, is PED. Some players have been asking if this is a difficulty to be feared. How challenging is it? To set difficulty expectations, the Legendary campaign is designed to be harder than a Legend Nightfall, though it is easier than a solo dungeon or running a Grandmaster Nightfall. Enemies are more difficult and more aggressive. They also have higher damage resistance, are more of a challenge to stagger, and shields are stronger to unmatched damage types. The challenge of Legendary also comes from switching up enemy interactions and infiltration, like swapping out an elite for a boss or having an influx of more red bars. Can I overlevel this content? Each mission caps your power similar to the raid contest mode, so that all Guardians have an even playing field to avoid feeling like every step is a grind. The mission launch screen will have a skull displaying each mission's max effective power. I love that idea. If you're underleveled, be prepared for a bit of a tough fight. The mighty are forged in battle, but it is that way for solo players too. I've had a lot of aspirational content in the past, but Legendary gives us a chance to give solo players more equal footing with those that opt into playing with a fire team. Enemy damage and health scales to match your fire team, though it won't be 1-to-1 because triple the boss health is not fun. No, it's not. Even still, it will be enough to keep a veteran trio on their ornamented feet. We also didn't want to trivialize darkness encounters compared to solo play, so you're limited to 1 revive per player for each darkness zone, and a shared timer of 40 seconds before an automatic wipe happens. We've said it time and time again, but you've got to stay close to your friends and be ready and be able to pick them up when they fall. Titan v Titan. Will players be able to tone things down if Legendary is a bit too much for their playthrough? For those folks that find the difficulty of Legendary too overwhelming at first, there is an option to leave a mission and relaunch it through the classic D2 settings. Some players will want to focus more on the story than on sweat for the first run, and that's totally fine. We want to support that. For those who want more of a challenge later, we've added nodes to replay any of the Witch Queen campaign missions on Classic or Legendary anytime, after you've beat the mission once, of course. Well, duh. Basically, prepare to go ham or don't. The choice is yours. Excuse you, Max. Heroes are always welcome. So, from what I can tell, it's almost like they're slightly changing how New Light works. But the Destiny 2 community is one of the best in gaming, and we want to celebrate how incredible each and every Guardian is, whether it be our revived community-focused spotlights, the incredible charity incentives like Guardians of the World, or player-driven initiatives like Operation Save New Lights to help guide newbies through new content. There's a lot to be thankful for when looking at the Destiny player base. One more way we are celebrating the majesty that is all of you gun-toting fashionistas out there is through a new series, Heroes Welcome. A new ongoing video adventure that will focus on the players themselves in a vibrantly explosive tribute as seen in the style of our kickoff video below. The first video is just the beginning. In future features, we will directly showcase real players within the community to bring your D2 legends to life while we aim to inspire new lights around the world. As an example, one of the Destiny heroes we're talking to is none other than the incredible Maze. If the name sounds familiar, you may have seen a few Bungie developers share his epic impromptu Destiny raps on his streams. He kills it every time, never failing to bring the feel-good vibes that he and his community have to offer. Feel free to watch this video on YouTube. It's quick. Are you ready to join the future of Destiny 2? Good, because heroes are always welcome. Oh, you thought we were done? Oh, nay. We have even more community-driven videos to enjoy. We asked talented members of the Destiny 2 community and beyond to answer one simple question. What is Destiny 2? What makes this game so special? How does one even begin to describe a game that has evolved so much to a newcomer? What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything in it? Well, the last question could be a TWAB of its own. We're kicking things off with the 3 game takes from Solar Flare, Carbot animations, and MP edits to see how this expansive world looks through their eyes. So sit back and enjoy the jokes, the tips, and the gaming lens of these 3 amazing humans. Again, you can watch these on YouTube. I watch them. They're pretty good. Now into the piece that I have a bone to pick with. We had, Titans and Hunters, I think. Those 2 did not have both of their exotics shown off. Leave it that way. Let us explore and randomly get this exotic and dig deeper into what it actually does. Stop telling us them all the time. But I digress. Heard you liked new exotics. These days, Destiny 2 is literally a fashion show. So I think we're long past the days of pretending Destiny isn't a massive flex of gear and those sweats, or those sweet, sweet dance moves. With more exotics on the way as we crush enemies, hive ghosts with our bare hands, we wanted to give a little sneak peek at some of the new exotic armor that Guardians will be able to don and what sort of perks that come with them. It's all fun and games in the Destiny class war until somebody takes it seriously. So without further ado, let's dive into what goodies all 3 classes have in store with a little additional insight from the developer team. Spooky looking, kind of. If you could throw a red shader on that, terrifying. Knight Rider, pretty much. So the Lorelei Splendor Helm for Titans is more than just a pretty face. has the Cauterizing Flame perk that allows for sunspots to heal players when they have the Sun Warrior. Critically wounded? No big. The perk also ensures that a sunspot is created in your location to give you that one last fighting chance with that quick grenade and melee ability recharge and longer supers. Plus, more damage. Always a good thing. Hi, Max. From the developer team, playtest names, Stag Spot Helm. The goal here was to embrace the awesome art and to give Sunspot players another choice besides Phoenix Cradle. Also, melee builds are becoming more popular. This makes higher level difficulty melee more viable, at least in theory. Then we have the Titan's Hoarfrost Z chest piece. It's also nothing to scoff at, though this one takes a chiller approach to combat for stasis users with the Glacial Fortification perk. When a player uses stasis, it allows for a Titan's Barricade to become an impressive wall of stasis crystals. These crystals will slow any target that gets too close while also boosting a player and their fire team's weapon reload speed, stability, and range. Yes, this was a team effort. The original idea was to replace Barricade with just a single ice block, but Kevin Yanes and the abilities team had some ideas and stuff lying around from Beyond Light for spawning crystals. To spice it up, we wanted to have it grant the new benefits of Rally Barricade, and then Yanes suggested that its spawned objects could just be a stasis version of a Rally Barricade window. It proved to be a ton of fun, and the rest, is history. These things are really beautiful. Be interesting to see how they shade, which I'm worried that they're going to shade awful. But, alright, Warlocks, you're up. First up, let's talk about them legs, because Warlock mains have definitely been shouting out their love for the new second Filaments armor. The Devouring Rift perk. These shiny walking sticks of power will grant a player devour when they cast their Empowering Rift, allowing for damage from both allies and individual players the ability to disrupt foes, but in style. Whoops. This started out as, what can we give Warlocks that would make Empowering Rift a more viable choice in Master Plus content? Well, we figured the answer was, it probably has to heal you. Eventually, we settled on what we call the Devouring Rift pants. Overload was added to increase excitement and expand the options players had to build for various champions-enabled content. What does that have to do with it? These gloves look pretty cool. Next up are the Osmeomancy Gauntlets for Warlocks with the Fervid Cold Snap perk. Can they stop making things I can't pronounce? This nifty look also allows for Cold Snap grenades to have an additional charge that will recharge faster when it makes direct impact. The Seeker spawned from Cold Snap grenades also travels further too. Nice little bonus. Since Hunters had a Duskfield modifier and Titans had something like a Glacier modifier, it felt natural to give Warlock something for Cold Snap. Fun fact, the ground follow for this is so fast that we had a bug filed to change how it acquired targets. The issue? A grenade thrown at a combatant's feet could spawn a ground follow that traveled through and behind the enemy, then turn around to come directly back towards the Warlock by the time the VFX applied. It looked like Cold Snaps were actively avoiding hitting targets and speeding directly away instead. Thankfully, that shouldn't be an issue at launch. That'd be hilarious. Hunters. Don't worry, Hunters. I still have love for you despite the jokes. Nah, that's not me talking. You've got some pretty cool gear on the way, including the Blight Ranger helm with the Voltaic Mirror perk. Lightning lovers, here's where your arc powers can truly shine. This perk allows players to redirect with their arc staff to deal an increased amount of damage and orbs of power generation for all allies. Basically, get in there and do some damage. Sounds like a good time. We wanted to make something for Arc Strider that leaned into an aspect of the super that doesn't normally get focus. There are players that love wielding other people's attacks, creatures, game pieces, etc. against them. It's time for those people. Some weird looking freaking gloves. Well, so what does the black armor have to do with this? And lastly, Hunters also have the renewal grips to look forward to with the Depths of Duskfield perk. This gives Guardians a much larger radius for their Duskfield grenades while also nerfing incoming damage for allies within the Duskfield range. Any targets locked within that space will also deal out a reduced amount of damage, so go out there and make those cry. Stasis Hunters, now have a sort of mini silence and squall that they can deploy with a grenade. Great. This gives Revenants the ability to play a more team-focused role or to play more of an area denial control game than they've been able to before. Like I said, when we started this section, I don't like that they show off all the exotics. Maybe wait a week or two, but I love kind of getting this thought of where they're coming from when they design exotics. I think that's a nice little additional perk that they've got there. All right. So we got some information here. Obviously, the Witch Queen release schedule. I'm going to blow through this real quick. February 21st, 7 p.m. Pacific, Destiny 2 is brought offline. February 21st, 9 p.m., preload for hotfix 4.0.0.1 will be available on all platforms. February 22nd, 9 a.m., Destiny 2 will be brought back online. Hotfix 4.0.0.1 will be playable on all platforms and regions. And February 22nd, 11 a.m., Destiny 2 maintenance is scheduled to complete. Players using the PS4 download of D2 will be required to download the associated PS4 compatibility packs before playing the Witch Queen for the first time. These compatibility packs can be downloaded by launching D2 after preloading hotfix 4.0.0.1 during the downtime. Once the compatibility packs have started downloading, players can and should subsequently close Destiny 2 to speed up their downloads. The PS4 download of D2 will be large, but players will have a similar installation size once the download is complete. This should help improve the download and install of future PS4 updates. Bungie rewards. As we were taking extended downtime prior to the launch of the Witch Queen, players looking to earn the following Bungie rewards should complete the associated in-game achievements before 7 p.m. Pacific on February 21st. And out fly the Wolves pin, Strange Coin Moments of Triumph 2021 t-shirt, Beyond Light Artifact coin set, Techian hoodie, Aegir Scepter beanie, Deadeye, Realm Walker, Fatebreaker, Splintered Descendant, and MMXXI Seal collectible medallion pins. Players who have completed the associated in-game achievements for any of the above Bungie rewards will have until February 28th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific to purchase their Bungie rewards through the Bungie store website. As part of the scheduled downtime prior to the Witch Queen, Bungie rewards will not be available to purchase during the downtime. Twitch gift sub bounty rewards. Looks like the rewards will be updated with the Witch Queen. Players who are looking to obtain the current emblem should complete the Twitch gift sub bounty and claim the reward in-game before the scheduled downtime. The weapon cycling that we already know about, and then no really known issues at the moment. It is going through the movie of the week stuff, art of the week. Oh, that's pretty. And there we go. Well, not the beefy boy TWAB that last week's was. We figured a nice little recap would do well since we had so much good stuff drop this week. Seeing everyone's excitement after the Vidoc went live was a whirlwind for the team, causing a rush of joy and excitement to completely take over the studio. We have so much we can't wait to tell you and to show you. One more TWAB till the Witch Queen arrives, and then it's about to go down. Are you ready? One more TWAB. That guarantees that next week they're talking about Gambit, all those Gambit updates that they've been talking about. And before they hit us with we're not going to update Gambit actually. We'll see in about 2 years. But that is all we have for this TWAB. I'm going to take it back up to, where is it? Not that image, this image, my beauty. This image here to close it out. If you have any questions, head on over to Twitter. Ask those people. Go to Reddit. Don't ask those people, they're lunatics. But I will see you all next time, Guardians. Till then, stay safe.